Welcome back to the program that brings you news from the north, east, south and west of Nigeria. Well, do remember that channelstv.com has more news for you, and on youtube.com/channelsweb you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. And besides giving you access to news updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app have an eyewitness feature that you can use to share pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions you find there. Farmers in Benue State are getting some reprieve with the distribution of 5,000 metric tons of fertilizer in preparation for the 2018 cropping season. The fertilizer comes at a reduced cost of 4,000 naira. Many of the beneficiaries are displaced farmers who deserted their homes because of security concerns.
It's been a disastrous year for rural communities in Benue State, many of whom are farmers. Flooding and attacks by suspected herdsmen have left destruction of land and properties in their wake, as the nation's food basket is now threatened with farming. The Benue State government has come with a message of hope in the form of 5,000 metric tons of fertilizers for the farmers, providing a soft landing for some of the devastation they've suffered.
The Ministry of Agriculture has engaged vendors already to supply a total of 180 trucks, an equivalent of 5,400 metric tons of granulated inorganic fertilizer, 5,000 liters of liquid fertilizer, and 2,500 liters of plant health promoter to supplement fertilizer requirement by farmers in the state for this 2018 cropping season. We will continue to provide security in the farming areas which you would need. Please, we implore you to be watchful and report any suspicious elements or acts within your communities for prompt action.
The commodity will be available, accessible, and highly affordable for every farmer in the state.
This vast land is being cultivated by farmers who fled Mbalom, a village where 19 people were killed by suspected herdsmen in April. Some of the farmers say they are hopeful a scheme will be developed to enable internally displaced people access to farming.
We are asking that your government create conducive environment for our farmers at the IDP camps to get back to their places. If not, we are going to experience shortage of food here in Benue and Nigeria at large.
Each bag is sold at a reduced price of 4,000 naira. This, the government says, is to make it affordable to all Benue State farmers.
Let's shift our attention to the courts now. The suspended Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Muniru Gwazo, and his co-accused, Zakawani Garuba, have been granted bail by the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja, following their arraignment by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission. The anti-graft agency arraigned Gwazo and Garuba in court today to defend a 5 counts of criminal breach of trust and alleged aiding and abetting the diversion of funds. Mr. Garuba is accused of diverting funds as severance benefits to Mr. Gwazo while he was still in service as the Director General of the SEC. The ICPC says Gwazo received over 104 million naira as severance benefit less than 1 month after his appointment, and 10 million naira as a car grant, which is contrary to Section 19 of the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000. Both have pleaded not guilty to the charges.
The first defendant, Malam Munir Gwazo, has done no wrong. He has not committed any crime. He is eager to defend himself and to clear the name he has labored for over the years. So he's very eager to attend to the court and prove his innocence because he has not done anything wrong.
He was arraigned for conferring corrupt advantage on himself, being a public servant. He is positioned to confer corrupt advantage on himself. That's basically the charge.
The Kaduna State Ministry of Health says it has admitted 6 more students from the government girls' secondary school, Kawo, suspected to be infected with cholera. But the ministry says it's still conducting medical tests to confirm if indeed the students are suffering from the disease. 1 student has reportedly died from the suspected outbreak of the disease. In the meantime, the Kaduna State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Paul Dogo, told Channels Television that the Health Ministry is working with officials of the Ministry of Education to avoid a spread to other boarding facilities across the state.
We received a report of students at Government Girls Secondary School, Kawo, that have come down with diarrhea and vomiting. And I think we quickly mobilized the hospital from our rapid response team at the Ministry of Health and also from the Kaduna North local government. We all met there. So the students actually received appropriate treatment. Those that needed more close attention were evacuated to the hospital and managed. Yesterday, in the morning, we moved 42 students to the hospital, the close-by general hospital. Later in the night, we also admitted another 15. And this morning, we admitted 6. But as we're speaking, and right now in the hospital, all these ones have done well and will be discharged, except 6 of them that are receiving active treatment, but they are very, very stable. What we have found was that there's inadequate water supply, and I think the public toilet population ratio is inadequate. So, as interim measure yesterday, the Commissioner of Education, who was also in the hospital, directed the water board to be supplying water, and this will be done every day.
And still on health issues, the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike believes that one cannot talk about development in any nation without paying attention to the health sector. He was speaking at the inauguration of the newly constructed doctors' quarters in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. The doctors' quarters, which was gutted by fire at the end of 2015, was reconstructed by Governor Wike's administration, while 2 new blocks were built to accommodate more staff. The commissioning of the project was performed by a former governor of the state, Peter Odile.
As far as our government is concerned, we will continue to look into issues of health. Today, we are proud to say, because we attach importance to it, we have given our children, 100 of them, scholarship to read medicine and other related courses in Benue University of Medical Sciences. And Rivers State government has entered an agreement with the university for scholarship of those who want to read medicine and other related courses in the next 5 years in that university. Look at this, the Benue Memorial Hospital, which is going to serve as a teaching hospital for the Rivers State University Medical College, and also will serve for Benue Medical College.
I counted not less than 17 primary health care centers that have been rehabilitated, 12 general hospitals that have been completely rebuilt, and the ultra-modern, unprecedented Mother and Child Hospital. Starting the Faculty of Medicine in the State University is going to be one of your greatest pillars of foundation for making Rivers State a new hub in the health sector.
Coming up on the program, Vice President Oshibajo says government needs to focus on land ownership and credit policies that favor the poor. Join us again.